Um, Welcome, folks, to this month's edition of the Developer Program Update Call. My name is Nick. I will be your host today. We already hit record. We don't got to worry about that. We don't got to worry about that. We got bigger fish to fry. Again, if you are here, you are at the Developer Program Update Call. If you are lost, please stick around. This is going to be your favorite call all day, all month, absolutely guaranteed. My name is Nick. I lead developer relations at Workday. And yes, it's a real background. I get that question all the time. Please review our product statement. This says we can and will talk to you about forward-looking things, left, right, and center. That's actually the point. That's why you're here. Just act responsibly. Someone was asking about this fine human on this slide earlier, just this morning, and I had to let them know about Sophie Bloom, who is an OG Workday developer and is somewhere kicking butt and taking names right now, I'm sure. But yeah, this is also a real person and a real cool person at that. We have a wonderful agenda for you today. We are going to go over some DevRel updates, some DevCon updates, some product and feature updates, some updates about the developer program, and then surely we'll have lots of time in Q&A and won't manage to get, right to the end of the call like we always do. We'll see what happens. But to kick us off, I will start with some DevRel updates, and I am so thrilled to welcome your new best friend in the UK, Obinna Ekwuno. Obinna, welcome to the team. Welcome to the party, man. How are you doing?
Hello, hello. Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. First of all, I love this photo of you. I was happy to find this while snooping last night. I asked Claude for some fun questions to ask
Yeah.
you, and it had very like professional corporate ones. So I think I would just love to know if you could just describe your development style. Like, how
Ooh.
would you describe it? Do you like to just jump right into building? Do you like to search the documentation for a couple hours? How do you like to cook?
I'd say it's like assembling IKEA furniture. So like I'd rather just go in and figure it out with
Yeah.
the YubiKey and then eventually look back at the documentation. So that's really how I do work with developer tooling and stuff. I'd
I
rather
like
just
it.
go in, yeah, figure it out.
Look at the table. Are the legs facing the same direction? We're probably good. I like that. I like that
Yeah.
style a lot. Obina, do you have a favorite food?
Oh yes. I like plantain.
Ooh,
It's like a
yeah.
banana, but better.
Banana
But yeah,
adjacent, or
yeah,
bananas or plantain adjacent, I guess. That's awesome.
yeah. Like
And
plantain.
where are you based out of again?
I'm in London, so I'm currently in London, UK. Um,
Amazing.
very close central London. So yeah.
Sweet. And then what are you most excited about joining this team at this time?
Oh, there's a lot of like exciting things happening in the Workday community. I think what I'm most excited about is like reaching out to developers in this space and just learning from like the awesome community. I've already spoken to a couple people, some MVPs here as well, and everyone is super helpful. So yeah, I just love the collaborative nature of it. So yeah.
That's awesome. Obina, we're so thankful you're here. I think you're going to love the collaborative nature, love the energy. And Obina will be at DevCon. We are so excited to see you there. With
Yes.
that, I would like to welcome my other new best friend, joining us, I think, live from Chennai, Prema Yadlapudi. Prema, how you doing, buddy?
All good, Nick. Thanks for introducing me. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Prema, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know where that sentence is going. What a great way to start that question. Uh, Prima, what time is it right now?
It's 9:30 p.m. IST.
You are a champion, a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for being here. I'm the one sucking down caffeine, and it's like morning o'clock for me. So,
Got it.
you're a real one for being here. Thank you for that. Prima, how would
Thanks,
you
thanks.
describe your development style?
My development style is getting hit first. For example,
Mm,
like I will just go try it out first. Same like
yep.
Obina, what he's saying, because like we have to get bashed first by the application. Then
Yeah.
later we will try to understand about the application more.
Take a few licks. Yeah, I like
Yep.
it. You got to get in, get your hands dirty. I remember having my Game Boy Color back in the day. It's like, sure, I could read about what I'm supposed to do with Rayman, but I am
Exactly.
Rayman. Rayman does what I tell him to do. We're gonna we're gonna figure this out live. I love that.
So
Prima,
it,
yeah, go ahead.
it's the boss fight first, later the
Yes.
side task.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it.
You know,
And
yeah.
now, Prima, do you have a favorite food?
Yes, it's biryani.
Ooh, delicious.
Uh,
Delicious.
Yeah, like lamb, prawn, chicken. And
Yeah.
my mom makes vegetable one that is also pretty good.
Mm,
Mm,
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah. I'll tell your mom you said it was the best thing you ever had. That's awesome.
She
And
she
then
knows that it's not the truth, Nick. So she knows that I like chicken biryani much more than the vegetable one. But since she makes it more, I'm like, okay, I like it.
smart man. Smart man. I can see why you've gotten so far in life. And then Prima, what are you most excited about joining the team, joining the Workday community at this time?
The first time, like, I'm genuinely excited about exploring a market which is untapped in India. So, for example,
Mm-hmm.
like, I have seen DevRels, I have seen developers advocating for various products I have known so far. Workday, I have known it, but there is a developer ecosystem side that Workday has. That is something which has blown my mind. So I thought, like,
Mm.
okay, this is a new platform. There would be a new wide range of audience who are going to be very different from the audience I know so far. So different audience, different set of people, but uh, getting a chance to teach them about the Workday developer platform, that is something is very exciting for me.
I love that. I love that. And I'm excited for you to meet our Workday developers in the region. I know we've got lots of folks in Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Bengaluru, and beyond. So, folks, in India, Prima is your new best friend. He's the face of the developer community there, and we're excited to bring the party to you, I will say very vaguely, hopefully sometime in the very near future. More to
Yeah,
come
and
on that next month's DPUC.
I love what you said about the boss fight first. That's great. It reminded me like Shadow of the Colossus, where the whole game is just boss fights. That's it. Just boss fights. Whole
Yes.
game. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Or Elden Ring Night Rain, where I get to lose over and over again after an hour and a half. It's great. It's great.
Get
Great way to
good.
spend my
Get
evening. I
good.
know. I'm trying. They make me start at level one every time. Well, Prima, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to make sure you guys got that special shout out. And with that,
Yep.
folks, I told you we'd have Q&A after this call. I was being dead serious. There is going to be an Ask Me Anything on Reddit with yours truly right after this call. Yes, we are completely serious. It is being run by the Workday social media team. It is a public Reddit AMA. Ask your softballs, ask your hardballs. We can take it, right? We are here to talk about all things DevRel, DevCon, the developer community, building with AI, building with agents, the works. So we would love to see you there. The link is going to go out in the chat. And I think it's going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. So hope to see you all there.
Nick, my favorite question so far is seeing that picture like, oh, is this AI? Like they thought you were AI. You looked so good that they thought it
Oh,
was AI.
thanks.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. That's what it
Yeah, that
was.
surely. My wife's handwriting looks fantastic. I didn't trust myself with like a Reddit pretty calligraphy, and we had to make a couple alts. We definitely owe Elisa like a Workday store gift card or something because we don't have enough Workday shirts at the house. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All right, with that, I want you to visit your new favorite playlist right now. We have our very own Workday Developers playlist on YouTube. And again, I'm saying the quiet part out loud. The better the playlist does, the sooner we will be graced with our very own YouTube channel. I think it's been really great so far. Shout out to Tony and for Obinna for the input on this how to get started with the Workday CLI video, which I think turned out really awesome. We've got our webinars, we've got DevTalk episodes. We'll talk about it in a minute. But we had an extended session with Mr. Gabe Monroy, the CTO of Workday, that I highly recommend you check out. It was a fantastic conversation. And again, this is coming from the top brass. And I repeat that the folks running the show at Workday right now, like the nerds are running the show in the best possible way. Like it has never been a better time to be a Workday developer than right now, and I think you're gonna love it. And if you listen to that episode, I think it'll become very clear why. Also, don't forget you can contribute to our developer blog. Scan the QR code, fill out the form. We will get back to you. We will get you posted in our new Voice of the Developer column that'll be going on Workday.com. All right, we just chatted about it, but our premiere recent episode is with Mr. Gabe Monroy. I think that one turned out really great. Also in the works, an episode with Joe Lee and myself wearing the same shirt somehow. But it's really great. Talking about all things DevCon. We also have an episode, a special crossover with the Innovation Exchange with Mr. Mark Woollen, talking about the Workday developer community, the Workday partner community. It's a twofer, folks, and it was a hell of a good time. So just keep subscribed to that playlist, and you will see some amazing episodes coming real
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
Karen, good
sir.
question. Good question, Karen.
I
No,
didn't see
it's
it.
not the same shirt, Nick. I want you to be very specific here. It was not the same shirt. It was
Yeah, we
two
both
different
fit.
yeah, it was
Like a
yeah.
Hydra.
You know
Yes.
what? Yeah, we did. You know what? Yes. The episode is
We
us
did.
in the same shirt. We're going with it. Yes.
Yeah, we're going with it. Yep. Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised. If you're looking for other good episodes, we have some great ones with Minos Italiotis of Cloud Rock. We have an amazing one with Mackenzie Gervin, developer MVP. And we found this guy talking to us about developers and dragons. Also a really good time. Highly recommend you watch and listen about 20 times. Now, he's already talking. I couldn't get the slide in time, but we're going to talk about DevCon right now, folks. And if you haven't heard of it, it is the hands-on event of the year. And to join me for this conversation, we're going to our senior DevCon correspondent, Sir Joseph Bag of Donuts III. Joseph, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. I'm glad we kept that name from our test test webinar. I'm glad
Test
that
and fraud.
stuck.
Yeah,
I'm glad
what's
that
the worst that
stuck.
could happen?
Couldn't figure out how to change it, so we're gonna run with
Yeah,
it.
we're going to run with it. So, Joe, I hear we're building agents this year. Is that right?
We are building agents everywhere. There are going to be so many opportunities for you to build agents on our platform. It's going to make your head spin in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
There are some really, really exciting announcements, like net new announcements at DevCon this year. Everyone's going to get hands-on with this. Hackers are going to go absolutely crazy over this technology.
Bananas.
So we are
Yeah.
incredibly excited about all the hands-on with agent stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I thought about turning around a show making agents for breakfast, but it's not gonna work. But yeah, it's gonna be absolutely nuts. I think I even say that in the slide somewhere here. Each year we keep upping our game. You know, we always talk about at the hackathon that like any of the top 10 in a given year would have won the prior year.
Yep,
With what
that's
we're
right.
about to unleash, and by the grace of God, I will manage to not spoil on this call. It's just going to be insane, folks. You're going to have to be there.
It's going to be
see
insane.
it. It's going to be
Yeah.
insane.
This hackathon's
I'm-
going to be unlike anything we've ever had before. It's going to be amazing. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing.
I mean, again, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I remember
I
2016
remember.
New Orleans, where it's like, hey man, custom objects, a studio integration, some JavaScript, and a dream.
Yep.
Like,
Crazy
got you pretty darn
studios
far.
back in the day. That's right. That's
Yep.
right. Yep.
Jay
And then
was
we got WCP, which
Yeah.
you up said this, the Safe Harbor T-shirt. That's the year the Safe Harbor T-shirt came out. I printed the entire Safe Harbor on the back of a T-shirt and wore that around
Long
the
may it
conference.
rain.
But no, that was back in the day of the dreaded page error, and we didn't have telemetry or observability. So it's like time to go hunt for brackets, closing brackets.
Shrug emoji. Yeah. Yeah, those are the days. It's gotten pretty nuts since then. I mean, and I'm just thinking too about the announcements last month of the CLI and local disk sync. Like the ability to collaborate has gotten so much easier as well. And then again, the things that I'm not going to talk about unless I don't want Vanessa to hurt me. It's going to be crazy. It's just going to be nuts. You got to be there to see it. It's amazing. You know, I just for just a quick trip down memory lane. I pulled in some photos from our June 2025 DPUC because, guys, this is 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today, we will all be in the Resorts World Theater for a keynote, probably looking at Ryan Basilio again. But it's going to be nuts. We have a stacked lineup from our CTO to Jay and beyond, some super duper cool demos. It's really going to be amazing. And if you listen to the CTO episode of DevTalk, Gabe talks about how, hey man, if it's a live demo, I expect it to not go perfectly. That's how you know it's live. And so as someone that I believe as of today will be doing a live demo, we'll see what happens. Either what I'm hearing him say is either way we win. I'll never forget Joe doing a live demo at Altitude PSV 2019, mayhaps. Also
was it
with
the baseball
WCP.
app? Was the baseball app?
It was the Hair Club for Men. situation.
Oh, that was Mashinsky. Yeah, thanks, Dan
Yeah.
Mashinsky, if you're on the call. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Build me an app.
So,
What do you want it to do? Oh, hair club for men. Right in the front row, Dan Mashinsky. Thanks, Dan. That's what
yeah,
I was expecting. Yep.
we're a tight knit community here, folks. But yeah, the opening keynote is going to be absolutely bonkers. And then right after that, you can storm over to the Dev Hub for a very live demo. We're going to have even more of these this year, featuring developer MVPs, featuring product experts at Workday. This is right about the best picture you can get of what it looks like at the very live demo station. I cannot wait to see these demos. We have some fabulous folks on this call right now that are going to be doing some of them. They're truly going to be awesome. You don't want to miss them. The whole point is that we're building things live together. That's how you know it's real, right? It can't possibly be canned. It's the spirit of DevCon in a box. And really, I think you're going to love it.
Fun fact about that picture, we did not expect that turnout. You could see someone holding a microphone there. So we are more equipped this year than we were in years past.
We tried the technology.
We had the technology.
Yeah.
We just tried this last year as an idea. Like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to build stuff live? Let's see what happens. And then this happened. So we are going to lean into it this year. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And then we are blowing hands-on labs out of the water this year. They've been rebranded Extend Labs. I kept the slide from last year. We're bumping it up to 100 seats. I think by my last count, 16 or 17 labs. CJ will be there to keep you safe and successful, as always. Crushing it per usual. Karen Rosenthal may be there as well. It's going to be awesome. Really, I love these labs because they're like 15 to 20 minute highlights of exactly what you need to learn with all the amazing new features at DevCon. You got to be there in person to do it. It's really, really special. It's always like the top activity every year too. So I could not recommend these more highly. All right, Workday Pro Certifications. Even though in-person reg is currently sold out, which is bonkers, it's sold out like a month ahead of time, you can still add Workday Pro Certifications, only $99, which is a screamer deal. You might even get a high five from Mr. Andrew Rothstein. I think that's worth the money for me. So you can still grab a cert exam today. Highly recommend it. And then just quick teaser of the hackathon. Again, it's truly going to be nuts. We'll double click on this in a minute. But we have this gorgeous new space for the hackathon this year. And then for the awards ceremony, we are back in the Resorts World Theater. It's going to be awesome. All right, just quick high-level overview. This is a 4-day conference. Day 1, you have the Workday Pro certification exams, select guided workshops, chalk talks, which we'll talk about in a minute, and you can even start brain dates on day 1. Day 2, which again is 4 weeks from today, mind-blowing, we'll have the opening keynote, innovation sessions, where you can dive deep into our agentic landscape, extend, data cloud, and orchestrate. We have our Dev Hub and theaters, chalk talks and very live demos, and more. The next day is when we close things off and kick off our hackathon, which goes through Wednesday, overnight, and into Thursday. Now, I want to talk real fast about chalk talks, and then I'll ask Joe to give his stump speech as well. This is our big bet this year. So if last year we were like, hey, what if we had a live demo? What if it was a very live demo? What if we called it that? This year, we are introducing chalk talks, which are 40-minute sessions with a Workday expert, either from Workday or from the ecosystem. They get to set up the problem, and then you get to talk about it live with them, like super duper awesome office hours, live Q&A with the audience. You get to work through things in like a professorial kind of manner, and then plenty of time for Q&A as well. Joe, I'm underselling it. What else would you add?
Yeah, well, first off, this is the most vibe-coded slide I've ever seen. I like it, though. It's all right.
I blew through the rest of my tokens making this slide.
Got
Claude,
it.
reuse it. This is why I'm excited for skills. It redoes the PowerPoint JavaScript every single time.
Nice.
But I am, it saved me like an hour of time. It's great.
Yeah. No, the Chalk Talks are really, really cool. So a lot of the presenters at the Chalk Talks are high up architects at Workday. So not only architects at Workday, but the chief architect at Workday, Bjorn Hamill, will be there, and just to put on a clinic. I'm going to go and just hear what he has to say. people that really know our entire platform in and out, not just from like the developer perspective, but how Workday ticks, how Workday thinks about building agents, how Workday does security, how we think about security. So the knowledge coming from these chalk talks is going to be absolutely off the charts. They're going to have Q&A with everybody. They're going to draw out architecture diagrams on the board. It's going to be really, really cool. But again, this is something like even at Workday, when these people speak and teach something, everyone's there to learn. So we want to bring that to DevCon. This is exactly what this is bringing that knowledge to DevCon, have you the opportunity to ask these questions and really get to pick their brain on how they think about things at Workday. So just absolutely awesome all around.
Totally. I mean, I remember an internal hackathon where Bjorn was introducing something mind-blowing. Someone asked him like a question, and all of a sudden he turns around to the whiteboard, starts writing, and everyone just, you felt the room just lock in.
Yep. Just
That is
hush.
exactly what this is about. Literally with Bjorn. It's going to be amazing.
It's amazing.
We got Doug Lee, we got Rick Lunice, we got Srinivas Raman, we got Mackenzie Gervin, we got like everyone that you call on at Workday services to parachute in and build like the most performant integrations you could possibly think of. It's something that if I weren't running this thing, I would probably be in the Chalk Talk room the entire time. So it's going to be really, really great. All right, quick shout out for developer meetups at DevCon. So you've seen that we have meetups around the globe now, but these started last year at DevCon. One of the premier offerings is our Women in Tech and Allies meetup. We have ones for developers who like to game. We have developers in the US and Canada. I hear that some of our MVPs may even be sporting Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed outfits for the US one. I hope that that actually happens. This is just a really cool time to get to make connections with other people in your industry or in your geography, and then be able to carry on the conversation year round. Super duper special. And then I just want to talk a bit more about the hackathon. These were our grand champions last year. The folks from TechWolf with Athena Carp agreeing to howl like wolves with us, which was absolutely wild. If you are not yet registered, I highly encourage you to register for the hackathon. This year, we are offering something amazing called the Learner Track. So you can compete like normal, you can find a team like normal, or if you just want to show up and learn, you just want to build, show up and join us with the Learner Track. This is where you get to join as an individual, but you get to build with other folks just like you. You have access to the same panel of experts at the hackathon, all the same swag, food, music, everything. Tony, Joe, what am I missing on Learner Track?
Yeah, I think you nailed it pretty good there, Nick. Just a quick reminder for those that are already signed up. If you've received those emails, join the Slack workspace already. We're already in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
you will have your official Slack channels assigned to you by our magical bots in a couple weeks. But also, if you are on the competitor track, remember to sign up for your teams. If you're not, don't worry. We will also, we can place you guys if you can't find a team. No big worry there. We will white glove service into you guys, into your proper teams, and make sure everyone has a great time.
Yes, absolutely. Good question in the chat. Is Digital Learner Track available? What I'll say is not this year. Emphasis on this year. We're piloting it this year. It's absolutely something I want to see us build on. But this year you can participate digitally in concert with a larger team. If you can do the pro certifications, they are $99. You just have to add them onto your registration. If you got any questions, you can email the DevCon email associated with the website. If you hop over there, we will get you taken care of. And then Tony, question on Learner Track. Do you get an invite to the Slack?
Yes, you should have received an email for the Slack invite. If you have not, just hold on. There'll be additional reminder emails going out today, so stay tuned on additional Slack reminders.
Yeah. And then registration for this hackathon is not free, but stay tuned. The DevRel team is cooking up some really awesome opportunities year round for us to be able to build together, especially now that we're going to be debuting some seriously cool stuff at DevCon. It'll all make sense once you get to see it. If you're curious about that, register digitally for DevCon, which is free. Learn all about it, and then you'll see why we're going to have many more opportunities to bring the party to you in the near future. Next up, we're going to have a People's Choice Award this year. This is where you can submit a project pitch video after the event to be eligible for an additional prize. We will have public voting using Slido, and it's going to be really, really cool. I hope that this is a massive success this year. Also, our compliance and integrity teams are a big fan of DevCon, and they keep offering us more free food, and we keep saying yes. So they offered us literally milk and cookies, and then a bunch of other things I'm going to keep surprises. But let me tell you, lawyers are good friends to have, and sometimes it even comes with milk and cookies. The more you know. And then just a reminder, you're going to have an awesome, well-supported experience. You're going to get to build some seriously amazing stuff with Workday AI, and I really think it's one of the best opportunities the entire year to deepen your relationship with Workday, with other Workday developers. The hackathon I won't shut up about in New Orleans was like the first time I met Joe. Jake Wazakowski came in first. Nick Fernandez came in second. Wild times in retrospect. But seriously, like the hackathon is just an amazing time to get to forge deeper relationships with other developers and just have a great time. Gonna be dope. The developer store is open now. You can look awesome like us. That sweatshirt is so freaking comfortable. I was in Pleasanton last week and pretty much wore it nonstop. Highly, highly recommend. And what's super duper cool is this year at DevCon, there will be heat press stations because there's going to be lots of different patches you can add to your swag. So please pick up one of those jackets and deck it out. It's going to be awesome. With that, I think I'm finally done talking about DevCon, believe it or not, and I'm going to pass the talking stick to my good friend Adam Graham. Adam, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, but I'm wondering how I'm going to follow up to all that cool news that you shared. So hopefully everyone likes what I have to present today.
We're going to
But
love it.
on to the next slide, Nick.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
So I know this is widely requested, and it is here. It is coming. Save for later in editWizard. Next. Next again.
I'm doing it. There we go.
So we are giving everyone save for later and editWizard. This can be enabled with a new attribute that we are adding. So it'll be like an enable saving thing. It'll be a Boolean, true, false. Next, Nick.
Yep.
Next. One more time. There we go. Perfect.
I'll
So,
do it one more time, but one too many times,
there we
as
go.
is tradition. Yes.
Yeah. So this will allow everyone that uses your app to save and resume their work. By default, this is set to false. So if you do want to have this in your app, please add this attribute. And then also the data is preserved for 30 days. So if you're putting this in your app, I'm so excited to see what maybe at the hackathon everyone's going to come up with. But keep your eyes peeled for a
Incredible.
forum post about this.
So dope. I'm so grateful that this has been built, and it looks like it goes out slated for end of this week.
Yes, May 15th.
Amazing. Super cool. And then how about some PMD enhancements?
Yeah. Could you click next two more times or maybe
Okay.
more times? There we go. Not
Okay.
realize that I added so many.
All right.
These.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah. So we have added a lot more form layout properties, 4 to be exact. Now you can change the density, the alignment, horizontal sizing, and label positioning. So the picture on the slide relates to the density. There'll be more pictures on the form that are coming out on May 15th, but this will be applicable to both pretty much any field set inside of Workday Extend. So when you want to change it up now, the world is your oyster.
Super
Next.
cool.
Next, sorry.
Hip, hip, hip.
So
You're good.
another thing that we are bringing is multi-step. So this is going to be like editWizard, but it's a little bit different because instead of editWizard, this can all be done in one single PMD, which I think is super cool. And you can have up to 10 steps inside of your multi-step. So, you could take
Whoa.
a big, previously long page where maybe it's a big form or something, but now you can split that up into different steps, and it's going to be, whatever you want it to be. But again, I'm super excited to see what people are going to create with this.
Yeah, I know the chat's blowing up. I think for good reason. Us old timers are used to some of the older ways that are not encouraged anymore, is how I'll put it. This is pretty incredible. So yeah, coming out this Friday. Look out for some new samples from DevRel too. This is super awesome, and I can't wait to see this at the hackathon too.
And what's crazy, Nick, is I still have one more thing to talk about after all of
Shut
this.
up.
I
Okay, and you
know.
already told us why it matters.
Yep.
I'm gonna click too many times. Let's just watch. 1 PMD. This is great, dude.
Right? It's only one
Uh,
PMD.
wow. It's the little things. It's always the little things that are just amazing. Is it a Shiba Inu? Is that what that
Of
is?
course,
Is that
the
what I'm
Shiba.
excited
That's like
about?
my favorite dog.
Yeah. Amazing. Tell me more.
Yes. So, column layouts are coming to Workday Extend. And what's super awesome about this is that we're not just giving you one option. You can choose to have 1 column, 2 columns, or 3 columns. And now you're thinking, oh my God, that's too many columns. It's not. You'll be
Yeah.
able to do whatever you
Never have
want with
enough
it.
columns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can fill these columns with any standard Workday widget. So you can put, whatever you want. And in my case, when I was, working with an engineer on this, I was like, I want to put my favorite dog on this. So I did
Sure.
that. It looks great. And what's super cool is that it'll, fill out and change to whatever screen size you have. So
Nice.
no manual configurations on your end needed.
Amazing. Amazing. It's almost like all that feedback was listened to, and we made good things happen because of it.
Yeah. And like, Nick was saying, all of this stuff that I've talked about is coming out May 15th. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There'll be a forum post with links to more documentation about this. And I'm so excited to see what you guys create at the hackathon.
Absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Adam. You blew my mind just there. I'm still processing. We could probably spend the next 20 minutes just staring at this. What's it called? The multi-step layout. It's a fancy widget thing and camel case, so you know it's good. That's awesome. Oh man. Okay. I will mentally move on, although I'm gonna be thinking about that the rest of the day. And with that, I will welcome my good friend Kevin. Kevin, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, good, good. How are you doing, Nick?
Doing great. So good to see you. And I see that that new fancy business on your title. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, hello everyone. My name is Kevin Howe. I'm a product manager for our developer platform. And today I want to introduce our new friends or our new old friends in a new way and our new updated App Manager UI. And this is also going to be released on the May 15th. So we understand App Manager has been a very critical part of our developer platform. So it is almost the first step for configuring Extend app right after installation. So
This
we
is
want to make
awesome.
sure that process is easier for you to navigate and also enhance the performance for the app manager as well. We know there are power users with thousands of apps in your in your tenants. We want to make sure those are performant, the tool is performant and does what you need to do in your tenant and snappy and stuff. So while there are no changes on the current functionality, there shouldn't be any impact to that. We had some key changes coming our way. I want to highlight. First, given we understand you during the different, we have a consolidated that app manager grid to be a auto sort by the last modified date because we know like you have more apps than you uploading and maybe you lose track. So we want to make sure that keep goes on top of it. And we also understand you do your first security domain policy changes or configurations writing app manager. So we want to make sure you can track that. We have the timestamp for you. So you don't miss out the configuration changes you need to do. And we also know there are when you're configuring an app or you're building your app, there are different times that you need to look at your data model or you need to configure certain things in your Workday tenants. So we separate those into 2 separate tabs. So you don't all the activities you need are or similar activities you need are combined all together. And also we have the instance count in App Manager, so you don't have to browse the app instance count. You don't have to go run the test, and you should be able to just be able to see it from the App Manager. So let's go ahead and see a very live demo.
Let's see what you
So
did
I'm
there.
gonna, yeah,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I
sorry.
share my
Yeah, yeah,
screen,
yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, please, please don't let me drive anymore. Yeah.
Let me go. Yes, sure. So, Okay, so this is screen app manager, same thing, like you enter here, but you run the task and enter the app manager. But writing this, we have kind of reshaped the UI a little bit, and we changed this layout, and you still get all the filters and all the sorting and stuff that you need. But we just make it more looks more modernized and more consolidated and compact. And we changed the links to the app root page. So those are the URLs to the extend UI that you have set from your AMD page. So that's going to be just taking you right there to the app. And configuration, same thing on separate tab, on separate column, and you can click on that and goes into configuration. And on this app detail page, we separated out app reference ID, app ID, and descriptions. And we, instead of displaying the raw URL, we updated the URL just to be a label to make sure it takes you to the app homepage where you set from PMD from the AMD file. And for those of you who have Prism, you will be able to see the Prism installation status. And those of you who have configuration packages, you can see those as well. For the secure domain policies, you can see the timestamp when was the last time you activated it. That was me doing this up yesterday. So I'm going to make a change here right now so you can see this change. For example, I want to update the security policy to maybe add another person, like and to here, update, and permission. Right after this, you'll see this button become pending, indicating you have a pending security policy you need to activate. You can scroll down here. You see this button right here and a column here indicating you do have reminding again, you do have a pending security policy, and activate. You can see demo, done, and come back. Oh, okay. And app manager. So we'll come back. This is activated, so we can come back and see it. So it logs the timestamp and has activate button right here. So you know it's already being activated. On this same configuration tab, you'll see the same app attributes, custom tasks. For those of you who are configuring ISUs as well as the config packages, you'll be able to see those like cards as well on top of it. And then business processes, so you can configure business processes in the same fashion. We added the target business process, business object, so you know which target it's going to be. And then we have the event business object as well in the same column, in the same table. And we know there are multiple components you can create as part of Extend Apps, and they all need configuration. So we added the cards here, and you know you have the cards in your app, and you can also just go into those individual sections, those tasks that help you to go right directly into your each of the tasks where you need to configure those tasks, those cards. And same goes profile group. We have this link that where you can just configure the profile group right in your app manager. So we still have the task and reports all displayed in one tab, and kind of show you everything that can be configured as part of Extend App. Next one is the business object. When you are hopping over to the data model, and we break the display into multiple tabs. So this is a whole on the left hand side of the screen. You'll be able to move through different business object or attachment object and event business object. And on the main portion of the screen, you'll be able to see the types and the data sources and all the SQL aliases, REST URLs, as well as each individual tabs of that business object. This helps with performance because instead of having this page rendering every single BOs at the same time, this can be cached in the memory. So hopefully for those of you, those apps that have multiple BOs and fields, this will help with the performance and rendering and speed. On the customer report, on the BO, we realized there's a couple of activities very popular you'll need to do with the BOs, create customer report, or you create EIB for those BOs. So we added those two buttons over here, so you don't have to retyping your ask into the search bar, and you can just trigger it right in App Manager. On top of that, we're including a Extend Business Object tab. So in this tab, Extend Business Instance Count tab. In this tab, you'll see all the instances for this app, and all the business object and their counts. So hopefully this help you with navigating through the app manager task, and also kind of provide you a little bit more ease onto how you navigate through using the tool. So again, all of that will be coming out this Friday during the meetness window. And after the meetness window, you will be able to see that available in all of your tenants, Dev, Prod, Dev, Info, Sandbox, and Prod. So that's everything from me. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh man, thank you, Kevin. That is amazing. And yeah, this Friday is going to be one to remember, it looks like. So thank you so much to the team. And yes, so much better than the old version. I have strong feelings about the old one that I'm not going to say on this call. But yeah, suffice it to say, this is a much better experience. So thank you so much to our fabulous product managers and their fearless engineering teams. You are so appreciated. With that, I'm going to pass it to Tony for something that we like to call Tony time. I can't believe you still have the music in here. Man, it's a bot. No, I'm not going to the next slide. All right, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Nick. All right. If you guys have not joined us on YouTube, we do have the specific Workday channel that has our fun little developer playlist now. So definitely join us there. But you can also follow me at Tony Gilfillan on YouTube, where I talk kind of everything Workday and a little bit more on the AI side of things. So definitely check me out there. I have special guest appearances. The lovely Todd Tarpley and Srinivas was a great episode. That's that picture right there. If you want to jump to the next slide, Nick.
Yeah, I was too busy looking at the pretty picture. Sorry.
So I have a tip for you guys today. If you guys are interested in kind of generating any AI assets, for your apps, be it images, audio, video, there's a lot out there, and it's kind of confusing on which to pick. I don't know if anyone could name literally all of these icons that are asset generation models, but I mean, I literally picked all these icons. I can probably only name about 9 of them.
Only
But
9.
yeah, it's pretty crazy just how much comes out every single day, every single month, and what you can really choose from. And I want to share with you guys kind of what I do on almost on a day-to-day basis when it comes to all of the craziness around AI generated assets. I'm going to jump to the next slide, Nick.
I'm trying.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
these are the 3 things I mainly use. There's obviously a lot more in the breadth of models out there, but my biggest one, kind of my day-to-day workhorse, is the Claude and the Higgsfield MCP. If you're not familiar with MCP, it's basically a tool framework for LLM framework. So you can plug them basically into any harness to be able to leverage the tools within whatever harness you're working in. And this particular one, if you're not familiar with Higgsfield, it's kind of an aggregate of a lot of different AI generation when it comes to video, audio, images, kind of the whole breadth of asset generations. Higgsfield kind of aggregates for you. It's a paid model. I believe it starts at about $29 a month. I am not a promotion for this. We are not getting paid. I just kind of like the product.
No, we're not. Yeah.
But using that Higgsfield MCP baked into really any harness that you're using gives you that natural language context into whatever project you're building to be able to generate those assets for you. And it's actually pretty token light when it comes to those generations. I actually find using the MCP generates the stuff that I want, be it video or audio, quicker and less token usage than I would if I went actually out to the Higgsfield site. So,
Mm.
pro tip there, I do like the MCP over literally the actual Higgsfield site for generating stuff. If I'm generating just simple images, I tend to use Nano Banana 2, which is baked into Gemini. And I also like that because I am a Google user, I'm a green bubble, proud Android
Yeah,
user.
you are. Yeah.
So if you are an Android user and you do have storage with them, basically you get Nano Banana 2 and VO3 for free, quite a bit generous usage there. And that also applies to anti-gravity if you like that IDE. Last but certainly not least is Claude Design. If you saw the slide that Nick generated earlier, it might have been using Claude Design in the
It was
background.
pre-Claude design, the archaic days of like a month ago. Yeah.
Uh, I really like Cloud Design. It has a cool framework around being able to edit stuff really quickly and being able to draw on whatever image or asset you're generating. But it is super token hungry. If
Mm.
you go to the next slide, Nick, I have an
Good
example of
things take
this.
time, good things take tokens. Go ahead.
So I took literally the last 6 slides and had them. I literally just told it make these fancier. It took it about 5 minutes, and
Enhance. Yeah.
take just a wild guess on how much usage it ate up within a 5 minute prompt on 6 slides.
The equivalent of $5 American.
So you get a weekly usage if you're not familiar with Claude. It ate up 30% of my weekly usage with one prompt. So Claude design is not token friendly. But thankfully, there are a lot of open source tools out there that kind of complement what Claude design does in open source fashion. And that kind of leads me to the next slide, Nick.
Yes, yes.
So I did a session 2 weeks ago, kind of touching on several different open source projects that I actually use in conjunction with Claude Design to build things in a very similar fashion to Claude Design, but it's mostly slash commands baked into Claude Code. And there's also one more that I haven't really played with called Open Design that I might cover a little bit later. But these three in that the more asset generating goodness, that's essentially that that particular live stream I did covering three different open source, one called Impeccable, one called Hoashu Design, and then I also covered the Higgsfield MCP in depth. So if you are interested in looking at, doing similar stuff to Claude Design because you're very frustrated with the usage limits on it, that's a really good place to start. And again, if you guys want to learn more around just Workday in general and all the fun stuff that I do in between that, those two links are available as well. But again, there's so many things out there. Everything's changing week to week. My recommendations will probably change within a week. So there's just, again, a lot of stuff coming out. And if you want to get the latest and greatest, DevCon is going to be the place to be for all the things that building with Workday and around Workday. So check it out there. We'll see you guys online as well.
Yeah, true that. Tony, you didn't even mention my favorite one you've shown me, which was Anthropic's Claude. I don't know why I said it that way, but Claude hooked into Excalidraw.
Oh,
It will,
yes.
like if
That
you
one
if
is
you
super cool too.
yeah, if you remember, like, we used to painstakingly make these little infographics for you, and they look all hand drawn and gorgeous. And at least for my brain, it helps me like organize things. Tony, I mean, give the 10-second pitch of what you showed me with that.
Yeah, so essentially there's a quick little plugin for Excalidraw in Claude Code that you can basically just natural language. I need to do this, and this, and I want it to be in a fancy diagram that is in Excalidraw. And it will literally build it for you. It can do research before it starts building. It can like you can drop a bunch of context in there. You can drop files in there. It can
Yeah.
organize it and then make it all pretty in Excalidraw. And actually, that more asset generating goodness, I talk to one of those diagrams using Excalidraw. So if you want to see it live,
Like you speak about it or you actually speak to it?
both actually, because literally right before that live stream, that was the first time I had used the Excalidraw thing, and it blew my mind so much. Like I had to talk about that as well
Mm,
because it was
wow.
not the topic of the live stream, but
Yeah,
it was just so amazing that I had to show it off.
right? It's coming soon to a YouTube video near you, almost certainly. I'm already hooked on Excalidraw, and since you showed me that, I'm like, oh, what a great way to break things down. So thank you, Tony. This has been another fabulous edition of Tony Time. And with that, we welcome Shriya Dandin. Shriya, how are you doing?
Hi, Nick. I'm doing good. Can you believe DevCon is just 3 weeks away?
I literally cannot. It is wild. I can't believe it's almost here, but it's going to be oh so good.
I know. I'm so ready for it.
Me too. My body is ready. What do you got for us today?
Yeah, I've got some developer program updates. If we can go to the next slide. Yes, so the opportunity to host a developer meetup is always there for you all. This involves organizing a 2 to 3 hour meetup for your local developer community. You get to earn the title of Workday Developer Ambassador being a host. And if you're even remotely interested in this opportunity, fill out the form so I can get you guys more information. I'm super excited about this initiative and the way that it's growing. I'd be super more excited if we can get more meetups on the board. So even if you're like remotely interested but not really sure what it involves, don't worry,
Mm,
I got you covered and I can explain everything and go ahead and fill out that form.
we got you. Yeah.
All right. So we have three upcoming meetups. So we have our San Francisco meetup part two
Tomorrow.
tomorrow um,
Whoa.
at the Google San Francisco office. So if you were at the Workday meetup, it's literally like right across the street from our Workday office, funny enough. And this is going to be great. It is hosted by our Workday Developer MVP, Shannon Whitley, and I will be there as well. And I'm so excited to meet you all and see what's going to happen at this one. This one's going to be way more fun.
Even more
And then
fun.
we
Yes, yes.
also have our Warsaw meetup on June 18th. This is hosted by the Incubane team. And then Washington, D.C. on June 30th. That is hosted by Sankalp, our MVP, and Mayank as well. So, three
So
exciting meetups on
cool.
the board.
Gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And of course, I wanted to show you guys some pictures, and just looking at this made me really, really happy. Just to see all the Workday developers interacting, just really shows the true sense of community for me. So just want to share these pictures with you all, and also tell you that if you want to be featured as well, you should come to a meetup in your local city.
Heck
And
yeah.
then this was the San Francisco one that I hosted. So super excited. We have two more events. We have one more event, the Toronto one, that I'm gonna get pictures for and show you guys next time. And then I'll have the other San Francisco one by that time too. So super excited.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. So outstanding contributor, I want to remind you all that you can win a swag package of Workday developer gear if you are the top 5 of the leaderboard every quarter. So we are currently in the race for our Q2 Outstanding Contributor Award. And if you are the top 5 of the leaderboard this quarter, then you get to win. And of course, we've reset it so that you can actually win. If you won last year, you can win. You're now eligible to win this year as well. So, how can you win? Engage on the forum, climb the leaderboard. I'm looking to incentivize this more. So, if you have any ideas related to that too, like you think this should get more points or something like that, feel free
Mm,
to let me know. I'm happy to consider any suggestions. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, I really want to make this so that everyone who is supporting our community and really engaging gets valued um, somewhat through points or through other manners. So let me know, okay? All right, next slide.
Amazing. And I highly encourage us to try 3D printing those outstanding contributor things. Srinivas just casually has it behind him on his desk, and I was like, I can't unsee it. It was so cool.
I know. Yes, we need to. We need to look into that. All right, upcoming events. Okay, so we're gonna have our wizard sessions next week on May 19th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It is always at the third Tuesday of every month. Okay.
Yes. I think they might be out. But yeah, more news on that one coming on LinkedIn. It's going to be a super
Yes.
good one. Chris, in the chat, do you want to say anything or do you want me to unmute you or just let it be for now? Sorry for the interruption, Shriya. Work straight. Cool.
Cool.
Gonna be
That's really
awesome.
great. All right.
Yay.
Next slide. All right, so no deep dives this month, but we're gonna resume in June, okay? So June 23rd, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we will be there for a deep dive call. Topic is still TBD, but we will make sure to let you know what the topic is via the forum and LinkedIn.
Amazing. I see Dan smiling, so
Mhm.
must be true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next Workday Developer Program update call is right after DevCon, Tuesday, June 9th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Can't wait. I think that one's going to be a really fun one because we're going to be able to tell you all the fun things.
It's gonna be amazing.
hmm And of course, just quick reminder, there's three more meetups happening. One happening in tomorrow, and then two of them happening after DevCon. If you're in the area, please be sure to register. I can put in the link in the chat. Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, for community updates, I believe it's just the one to get social with us. If you haven't already, join the Workday Developers conversation on LinkedIn. Um, me and the social team are doing a lot of work curating this feed for you all so that it's something that you would really like to see. So if you haven't already followed us, please do. All right.
And great question in the chat. Can we pair a meetup with the rug? The answer is a resounding yes.
Yes.
Great idea.
Yeah, we did that with the Woogo meetup with Tabby Levine as the host. So yes, absolutely possible.
Nice. Nice. We did it. We did it. Denver rug to host developer meetup sometime soon then.
I love
Absolutely
to
love
hear
it.
it. Jason, reach out to me,
Ah,
and
yeah.
I will get you good for that.
Got some moving puns in the chat. Yes. Oh boy, milking these cow puns for what they're worth. Folks, we will have some Q&A, but I got to go jump to Reddit to answer your questions there. Thank you everybody for a fabulous call. It was super duper great, and we will see you at DevCon and again next month. Bye everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, thank you, thank you.